Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya nak jodoh Coach Zuhri. Malam ni kita nak cakap pasal breakups and dating sucks. Breakup sucks. It all sucks. Okay, I'm saying yes to this because I know I've been through it myself. So many times I've made those mistakes. Okay, and I'm sharing supaya you pun boleh mengelak kesilapan ni. Learning from my own. Hello, what's up, Medan Indonesia? Thank you for joining. Alright, so malam ni kita nak share pasal dating sucks and breakup sucks and it all sucks. I know I've been there. I've done that. I've been the good boy. I've been the bad boy. I've been screwed over. I've screwed over. The more I want to share this, the more it is really hard for me to share this, honestly, because it is looking at my past mistakes. Looking at my past, bad boys does not necessarily mean he drives a big bike or this kind of stuff. Bad boys can also be driving a green Volvo. All right, so to me, I drove a green Volvo, but I've upset. I was the a-hole. The more I realized, the more I compiled the list of red flags. The more I compiled the list of red flags, the more I realized, man, I was the bad boy. I was the a-hole, and I've screwed these girls over. And there were times, I was the good boy, and I've been screwed over. But why? Why did it happen? Why did I do that? I didn't know. I didn't realize my mistake. All right, and now I do. Oh, what's up? Thank you for joining. Hi. What's up, Putrajaya? Okay. So kita sambung. Alright. Thank you for joining. Alright. So but to quickly just share with you that it's okay to be sad, and it's okay to be sad, to have feeling of sadness, because Allah created us and Allah created our emotions. Allah created our emotions sebab apa? Our struggles make us closer to Allah. Okay? Remember that. If you don't take anything from tonight, just remember this. It's okay to be sad. Allah gave us life and emotions as well. All right? For a purpose. Because our struggles make us closer to Allah. Kan? Betul. Because grief is a mercy. Let me share you a story. All right. After this, I'll go into the red flags on, bad boys and breakups, heartbreaks. After this, let me share you a story. Kisah Nabi. Okay. So ni bukan benda yang I cakap, bukan not something I made up, but this is daripada sunnah. Alright, daripada iktibar yang kita boleh belajar dari nabi-nabi kita. Alright. So contoh, okay, story ni contoh Nabi Yaqub berpisah dengan anaknya Nabi Yusuf. Nabi Yaqub nangis sampai buta. Right. Salah ke? Adakah perasaan sedih sampai menangis sampai buta? Nabi Yaqub nangis sedih dipisahkan dengan anaknya sampai buta nangis, kan? So adakah ia maksud Nabi Yaqub ni iman dia lemah, kan? Adakah maksudnya iman lemah kalau seorang itu mempunyai perasaan sedih? Okay, think about it. Okay, bila of course, bila tengah dating apa semua kan, and heartbreak, I'm not saying that dating is good, jahil dating is good. I'm saying that you have emotions, you're human, okay? And breakups, and then you break up, right? You sedih, and then someone cakap you, dah jangan sedih, iman lemah kalau sedih ni maksudnya iman lemah, kan? I just remember something I went through a couple of years back, kan? And then it was a tough time for me, and the pakcik ni tried to advise me. I think niat dia baik lah, kita husnuzon, kita sangka baik, niat dia baik. Pakcik ni cakap, he assumed I was sad, but I wasn't feeling sad. To me, it was just, all right, these are tough times, but I'm tougher. my purpose is Allah, to serve towards Allah. I'm doing things the right way. I'm sharing the right things, and I'm clear on that. I'm very clear on that. So, okay, but Pak Cik ni, he assumed that I'm sad. He assumed that this is what's happening during tough times too. Are punishments. Are punishments. Dia cakap, oh, you're sad, iman lemah. Baik pergi bunuh diri je, buat macam samurai tu. And I was listening to this Pak Cik trying to advise me. And I was thinking, so sad, iman lemah, pergi bunuh diri. All of that is contradicting to ajaran Islam, and you are claim to be a pious man, kan? I don't understand this advice. Why is any of this advice any good? Okay, 2 jam dia cerutih. 2 ke 3 jam dia cerutih. I pun letih lah, kan? Dah pukul 11, dah pukul 1. Like pakcik ni, go on. I'm too nice. Okay, bila orang tua cakap, I angguk je. And I listen between the lines. I listen. It's like, letih. Honestly, I got a bit bitter with him. It's like, wasted 3 hours of my life. So it's like, oh, iman kau lemah. He assumed I sedih. So he assumed I sedih. And to me, no, I tak sedih. I'm tough. These are tough times and I'm tougher. So I'm doing the right thing. So he assumed I sedih. He assumed iman I lemah. So he assumed that I should go kill myself to do the right thing, to do the honorable thing is to go bunuh diri, like harakiri. Like harakiri, ritual disembowelment like a samurai. And it's like, hal pakcik ni dah nyanyuk ke apa? Tak apa. Jangan fikir macam tu, kan? Husnuzon. Niat dia baik. Mulut dia jahat. Mulut ke jahat ke? I don't know. But I left it at that. Alright. So macam angguk je. Alright. Okay. Okay. But totally lost respect for that guy. So that's just a contoh lah for me, kan? And sometimes when people try to advise, and sometimes it's not you, sometimes it's not your fault or your own undoing, tapi it's a projection of themselves, their own past failures. They're projecting of their own past failures to you. Kan? They're bitter of themselves, disappointed with themselves. I know he was bitter with himself. I know that he was upset with himself. He was talking about himself, actually. And it's like he's projecting onto me. So I'm like, okay, he's talking about himself, not me. Kan? Because I know he was talking about himself, his past failures. And he assumed I'm going through that as well. So it's like he's just projecting this on me. So, another thing you can take from tonight is sometimes what people tell us is their own projection. It's not us. Their own projection of their own failures and disappointments. Okay? And to me, I fikir balik lawak. Lawak. Because looking back, it's like, what a joke. Kan? What a joke. It was funny. And so, talking about sadness, it's okay to be sad. Okay, understand. Tapi I in that conversation, I wanted to bring up macam Nabi Yaqub separated from his son Yusuf, nangis sedih sampai buta. It's like, no, itu Nabi. Kan? Biasanya orang respond macam tu lah. Itu Nabi, lain cerita. It's like, well, I just like macam tak nak gaduh. It's just like, I'm sleepy. It was already 1 a.m. Curutih lagi. It's like, I want to go sleep. Nanti Kang tak boleh bangun tahajud, kan? So macam, tak apa, angguk. Hui, this man can go on and on. Alright, so remember, sometimes it's a projection of themselves, okay? It's not you. But if you do feel sad, also remember that bila Nabi kita Rasulullah SAW kehilangan anaknya Ibrahim meninggal, kan? Sahabat nampak Rasulullah SAW menangis. Lepas tu sahabat pun cakap, kenapa Rasulullah menangis? Dan bertanya kepada Rasul. And Nabi cakap, these are tears are mercy. Tears are mercy. This is mercy. The eyes are shedding tears and our heart is grieved, but we will not say what we will not say other than pleases our Lord. Okay, Eh, I repeat. Bila sahabat tanya, kenapa menangis, kan? Kenapa Rasulullah menangis bila anaknya meninggal? Uh, Nabi cakap, this is mercy. The eyes are shedding tears, our heart is grieved, but we will not say except that what pleases our Lord. Okay, menangis tak apa, sedih tak apa, um, because anak dia meninggal, kan? But percakapan kita, akhlak kita hanya buat benda cakap yang Allah suka. Itu je. As simple as that. He has emotions. He is a prophet, SAW, but he has emotion. Kan? Allah created him that way, and Allah created us like that. So remember, Allah gave us life for a purpose, and Allah gave us emotions for a purpose. So struggles is what makes us closer to Allah. Kan? Grief is a mercy. Remember that. If there's nothing you take home from tonight's sharing, remember, sadness does not mean iman is lemah. Okay? When you grieve, grieving is mercy. Use it. It's an opportunity to bring yourself closer to Allah. Okay? Bila hati tengah bersedih, sujud. Sujud ke Allah. Minta Allah lembutkan hati, minta Allah tunjukkan jalan yang baik kepada kita, kan, jalan yang lurus, jalan yang makruf kepada kita. Okay, so that is one of the purpose of emotions. Allah give us emotions for a purpose, but we have to learn how to manage it, kan. And contoh, we were younger, as you can see, children masa kecil so emotional because they have not learned to control their emotions. But as they grow up, they do learn to control emotions better. As do we. Kita pun sama. And bila kata kita ada ilmu, we are aware of what emotions we're feeling, and we can learn, ada ilmu nak manage those emotions, put it into practice, we will be happier, insyaAllah. Emotions tu kita guna untuk ke jalan Allah, bukan hanya untuk mandom. I'm trying to find a word. Mandom is a Kedah word, okay? It's a Kedah word for macam sad je, down je. Depressed is not the word to replace mandom. Mandom basically means menyendiri, or sedih, or fikir diri sendiri je, kesedihan sendiri je. Lebih kurang macam itulah, okay? Mandom. So any Kedahan here, can you help me translate what mandom is in English? Okay. So be careful. Don't think of yourself as feeling depressed, because depression is a clinical situation where you should get clinically diagnosed psychologically whether you're depressed or not. You cannot just say, aku depressed lah. Well, most of us are just overwhelmed or upset or angry or pissed off or disappointed. Can depression is something specific. You're feeling that particular emotion for 6 months, and there are a category of emotions. I know, I'm a psychologist, okay, and you should see someone who's an expert at depression, okay, on this. If you think that you're having depression, you should see someone who is an expert at depression. And if you think it's too expensive, you go to the clinic, check up, may I speak to an intern, please, which is cheaper. Well, they're qualified, but less experienced, okay? A senior counselor might cost 350 an hour. A junior intern one might cost 50 ringgit an hour. Okay, it's worth it to uncover your feelings, to know what your feelings, to be able to put a label to your emotions and to manage it. Penting tu. It's very important. All right. And okay, all right. So depression, you may not be having depression. If you think you do, go see an expert at this particular issue. Okay, all right. So because my expertise is tolong orang cari jodoh. Okay, when you leave the depression, then and you want to cari jodoh, then I can help you, insyaAllah. Okay, so kata contoh lah kan, you kalau have um, you have a particular, you sakit, uh, you know, you have your loved ones ada cancer, of course you take someone to what's the name? Someone who's expert at cancer again. Go to a specialist. You go to a specialist. All right. And if you want someone to carikan jodoh, then I'm that guy. Okay. All right. So you don't go see me for cancer related stuff. You see me for nak jodoh stuff. Okay. Boleh. All right. Okay. So if there's nothing you take home from tonight, remember, because I understand. I've been through it myself, kan? And horrible breakups, tak boleh tidur, and I couldn't sleep for days out of anger because feeling of betrayal and all that. So yeah, kan? So I've been through it, and I want to help you to avoid it. Inshallah, want to help you to avoid it. Okay, so I'm sharing with you the red flags on how to avoid it, what to avoid, and it's up to you to make your decisions. Macam like last night, I asked, what has made you make such poor choices? And then the sister cakap, oh, if only I knew they were red flags. These are red flags. If only I knew, uh, to have the strength to address those red flags. Can, uh, because that's why ilmu is penting. Ilmu is penting to be aware of it. Katakan you tak tahu, you tengah drive kan, you tak tahu apa beza red light, green light, yellow light kan. Pakai bantai je. Like most Malaysians. Kan? Pakai bantai je. Oh, red light, sama je, semua tu sama kan. Boom, lepas tu accident. Cakap, masa accident? Tekan red light. Tak tahu pun. Lah. You should know, because it is itulah pentingnya ilmu. You need to know red light, green light, and yellow light. Okay, although most Malaysians don't care. All right, so thank you for joining. Okay, so what if you ada ilmu red flags? Would you have avoided the mistakes from the past? Would you have avoided the mistakes from the past? Can, and like the homework I gave the other day, last night, list the red flags in your past relationships. Okay, if disclaimer, if this brings back horrible emotional state, don't do it. Okay, but the purpose of me asking you to do this homework is for you to be aware of your own pattern of mistakes, so that you can avoid it again in the future. Okay, boleh? Alright. So, boleh? Alright. So those are red flags. And being sad is okay. Emotions are good as long as you use it to serve, bring yourself to grow closer towards Allah. Bismillah. That is why emotions are created. All right, not to be angry or rebel against Allah. Because I know several sisters reported to me after a breakup, they get sad and mandom for years. Relationship tu setahun, tapi mandom 4 tahun, and then blame Allah. So kan, she said that macam she saw the red flags but didn't have the confidence to address it, didn't have the courage to address it, or didn't know how to address it sebab tak ada ilmu nak address the red flags in the relationship. Okay, this in no way I am condoning jahil dating. Okay, I'm saying that, hey, this is the effect of jahil dating. If you don't know, uh, the dangers of jahil dating, then this is the outcome. Kan, you tak tahu red light, tapi you bantai je, kena pergi junction, kena langgar. Dah terlanggar dinding ke apa ke, kan, dah terhantuk, lepas tu now and then dah terhantuk, dah accident, lepas tu susah nak trust lelaki lagi, kan, because you trusted the wrong guy in the first place, because you didn't trust yourself to trust the right guy, You didn't train yourself to trust the right guy by knowledge and ilmu. All right. So uh, the main purpose of this discussion tonight, actually most nights, is to tell you that it's okay to have emotions. It's good to have emotions as long as you use it to grow towards Allah. Kan? Janganlah mandom sahaja, keluar dari perasaan yang lara. I think lara is the word. Lara? I think lara is the word. Mandom. Lara is lara a mainstream word? Mandom, lara. Okay, janganlah lara saja. Kan? Um, so emotion tu kita guna to grow towards Allah. Right? Okay? So sujudlah. Sedih, bila sedih je sujud. Sedih je sujud. Alright? Especially tengah masih lagi most of us are still at home, alone in the room, kan? And sometimes we're bothered by our emotions and trauma. Uh, sujud. Sujud to Allah. Connect with Allah. That's the key point. Okay? And some of you yang baru join ni mungkin wondering, kau cakap nak ajar cari jodoh, asal tak ajar nak ngorat lelaki? No, that's not what I do. Okay? That's not what I do. You want to ngorat lelaki, go watch Matthew Hassi. Alright? I teach you halal stuff. Alright? I share with you on how we grow towards Allah. One of the ways we grow towards Allah is by marriage. To have a good happy marriage, you have to be happy with yourself as a single person first. All right, so that's why to be a happy single person first, you connect yourself with Allah, and that is the main key point of everything of life, our relationship with Allah, our taqwa with Allah. Okay, boleh? Right, so I tak mengajar ngorat lagi, tapi you dah nikah dengan suami you ngoratlah sebanyak mana yang boleh. Okay, ngoratlah. Alright, so is dating haram? Cakap, lepas nikah, dating lah husband you sebanyak yang boleh. Kan? Especially the first year of marriage. Kan? Lepas tu you want to have kids, nanti you'll be too busy to date with your husband. Alright, so back to the topic tonight. Okay, dating sucks, breakup sucks, and feels like giving up. Alright, so there are times you should actually give up. Cut your losses. And there are times that you should not give up. When you should not give up is what you should not give up is the keberkatan dan keredaan Allah. Never give up on that. Kan? Okay? Zuhri ni asyik cakap pasal Tuhan je kan? Tak cakap benda lain, tak cakap pasal jodoh ke. Well, jodoh tu siapa yang pegang? Kan? Rahsia siapa? Rahsia Allah. Siapa yang permudahkan jodoh turunkan? Daripada Allah. You nak minta jodoh, minta kat Allah lah. Kan? Jangan minta kat I. I can't help you if you tak minta kat Allah. You minta kat Allah dulu. Kan? Minta kat Allah dulu, permudahkan. Then I boleh bantu you insya-Allah dengan izin Allah. I tak boleh bantu you kalau Allah tak izinkan. Kalau Allah tak diizinkan, kalau you tak minta kat Allah. Okay, that's why Allah is the main thing lah. The main reason we do anything in life is Allah. Betul tak? Okay. Alright. So I can't help you if you tak minta kat Allah. And then I remember there's a very successful guy. I mean, I think I would say he's very wealthy. Like he owns about 3,000 real estate units, and he had to be stopped by a particular authority because they don't takut dia manipulate the market. But it's just saying that he's wealthy, all right? But his message, and he was driving in his Lamborghini. His message was, okay, hampa nak minta nasihat aku boleh, tapi kalau tak tahajud jangan mai kat aku. His message was, nak nasihat nak jadi kaya, hampa kena tahajud dulu. Tak tahajud, aku tak boleh tolong hampa. That was his message. Okay? Simple as that. Kau tak minta kat Allah, tak tahajud kat Allah, kan? He also cannot help you. Nak kaya macam mana? Kan? Alright, so Allah first. Let's always Allah first. Laki, perempuan, human being punya relationship later. Okay? Secondary. Kita nak fix dengan Allah dulu. Okay? Kita fix relation, kuatkan, strengthen our relationship dengan Allah dulu. Okay? Alright. So, oh biarlah coach nak ajar macam mana nak mengorat lelaki. Tak ajar tu. So topik kita adalah mainly on how to know what are the red flags kan. And because this message is mainly for orang yang pernah, yang masih dating, hopefully not, yang masih dating and you don't realise what the red flags are. Tak tahu red flags tu apa. Tapi asyik sedih and then anxiety dan sebagainya. Dia tak nak masuk midang dan sebagainya. Okay. And orang yang tak ada calon jodoh dan tak tahu apakah itu red flags and takut kecundang lagi kan. So you dibekalkan dengan ilmu red flag ni supaya you tak kecundang, supaya you tak accident lagi, alright? Supaya you tahu red light tu apa, green light tu apa. Okay, boleh? Alright. Dan alright, nak kenal personality lelaki, perempuan. Lebih kurang lah sama. More or less the same. Men do this, women do this also. Alright, I've been through that. I've been through women treating me like that. Alright, so I know it's painful. It's painful. I've been there. And it's like, janji macam-macam. So, okay. Alright, kejap. Okay. Alright. Okay, so boleh. The main point adalah Allah dulu. Alright, so topik kita malam ini, tadi muka dia mah panjang. Yalah, intro framing kena betul. Alright, so okay, so dating sucks. Why? Because maybe you're dating someone who is dating, or in the past you're dating someone yang emotionally unavailable. Okay, emotionally unavailable. Dia nak kat you tapi tak nak kat you, main-main game dengan you. Okay, so there are different attachment style. In psychology we call it attachment styles, different attachment style. Dia nak kat you tapi style dia lain-lain, and style ni lah yang style yang tak betul ni yang lah menyakitkan hati. Alright, so I think the researcher's name was psychologist and researcher's name was John Bowlby. We had to study his psychology, his work, and there's so many styles. I'm just gonna give you from relationship punya perspective. Alright, so for example, there's this one style called the attachment style. Someone who is insecure, always too needy, and personally that is very annoying kan. Seeks a lot of reassurance, seeks banyak drama and reassurance. Like, remember if yesterday I shared about Mr. Papadom. So anxious attachment style again, Mr. Papadom, insecure, too needy, and there is one. All right, so that's a red flag. Who basically they're preoccupied with themselves and their own validation. All right, I hope this is not you. Probably not you. Okay, but this is, I'm speaking. Okay, this is the guy. This is the guy. The guy might have this. Okay, not you. All right, so. Also known as ambivalent or preoccupied, with seeking a lot of reassurance, and becomes anxious when separated from you. Kan? Dia asyik WhatsApp you, asyik kalau zaman tu what SMS, say SMS, what you doing? It's like, aku nak gosok gigi, I'm driving, I can't answer now. Kan? You busy, I know you are a career woman, and you pun nak fokus buat kerja, and you tak nak layan dia, tak larat nak layan dia, dan belum promise nak nikah pun, buat apa you layan dia banyak sangat kan. So needy, anxious attachment style. Okay, so there's another one called avoidant attachment style, di mana someone who is dismissive and minimize the need of other people and denying that you have other needs. Okay, maybe because daripada kecil dulu they're brought up by emotionally unavailable caregivers. Parents dia pun sama, lebih kurang macam tu. Alright, so okay, boleh? Can? Boleh saya sambung? Okay, anxious, so right, or the disorganized attachment style. The next one is disorganized attachment style, they often desire for intimacy and connection, but fear them at the same time. Kan? And hence, they give a lot of mixed messages. And mixed messages ni macam, oh, come here, but go away. Come here, but go away. You know, I macam, it's like that trope, macam stereotype. French women, they give you mixed signals. Yeah, they ask you to come, but they ask you to go. I hate to see you leave, but I love seeing you go. It's like, what movie was that? Can't remember. So mixed signal, disorganized attachment style. Macam, oh, dia ajak, jomlah, jomlah pergi dating kan. Asal tak jawab? Asal jawab, why you not answering my WhatsApp, blah, blah, blah. Bila jawab, dia tak jawab. Kan? Dia buat, oh no, I'm busy. Dia pula busy. Kan? Alright, so those are some of the attachment styles that you need to need to realize, okay, what styles those are. If you're interested, please WhatsApp me. I can elaborate more if you're particularly interested in this particular topic. But what I like to focus on is to give more on a story description of, for example, the emotionally unavailable man yang you might have encountered in your life. Okay, so for example, he's emotionally unavailable either because he's already married, he's a married man, and you're the other woman. So what are you expecting from a married man? Can I hear this a lot. I get this a lot. If you remember, a few months back, there was a lady who messaged me, and she said that usually this is the case. The sad story. Oh, my wife doesn't love me. Can I'm planning to divorce my wife, and you will be my new love. Macam tu. Okay, because my wife doesn't love me, there's no emotional connection. The marriage was marriage of convenience, or whatever chicken excuse, and then you fall for that. Not you. Tapi I bagi contoh, okay? You fall for that. It's like, oh, okay, but why doesn't he fix the first relationship? What's wrong with the first relationship? Wife doesn't love him, or he is emotionally unavailable for to be loved. Okay. So this is the basically, in a way, to say this is the ultimate man who is unable or not having the capacity to love or be loved. Yeah, there are reasons. There are reasons for this, how they were raised or whatever trauma they had. Okay, so LDR, long distance relationship. LDR, yeah, long distance relationship. Okay, this this is the next one. Long distance relationship is you love the idea of him, but it's not actually him. You know, do you love the idea of this guy? Because berjauhan, lama tak jumpa. This MCO is an exception, good. So what's happening in our mind is this is a nice fantasy, and then this is exciting. Because you tak kenal dia, tapi in your mind you rasa you dah kenal dia, and because you've built up this fantasy, and it's exciting fantasy, macam, oh, nanti dah kahwin, nanti we do this, we do that, blah blah blah. But in reality it's not. So it may not be the emotionally available person that you fantasize. Okay, so sometimes it's him, sometimes it's you. Sometimes you or I, you know, yang make up or create that situation. Okay, so boleh? Can I continue? Okay, so and sometimes these guys, they are purposely keeping you at bay, because they're emotionally unavailable, kan? They're long distance on purpose, sengaja nak long distance. Okay, that's why I'm a bit concerned of online dating, because this is one of the enabler for emotionally unavailable men, and that's why usually very strict on you nak jumpa face to face, kan? Face to face lah, and ditemani oleh chaperone. Okay, so that's why I'm strict on that. Halal speed dating does that. So emotionally unavailable men, back to emotionally unavailable men yang long distance relationship, they want to keep you at bay. They nak you jauh. Memang saja nak you jauh because they don't want to share things. They're hiding something or they're hiding their emotions. Kan? What are they hiding? It could be a variety of things. Maybe a wife, maybe a lover, or maybe some trauma or illness, but they're still hiding something. Kan? They're just not letting you into their life. So that is keeping you separate, from your life. There is this horrible joke. My wife, my job doesn't know I have a wife. My wife doesn't know I have a job. Okay, not funny. All right, but funny. Funny, not funny. Okay. And okay, this is worse. The next type of guy, yeah, a red flag for you to be aware of is a narcissist, or worse, a sociopath. They are usually very sweet, very charming. They know how to manipulate you. They know what your weaknesses are. First thing they do when they meet you, they size you up. Know what your strengths and weaknesses are, where to poke you, how to manipulate you. All right. So I've been in those relationships. It really sucks. It's really traumatic, and it's painful. You feel so betrayed. You feel so used. Anyway, all right. So narcissist or sociopath. Okay. So be very careful. Be very careful. All right. Crap. It's like I gotta fikir balik. Man, why did I fall for that? Kan, ngoknya aku ni. Not you, me. I'm the idiot for falling for that, for that charmingness. And they're very, very charming, very, very charming. They know how to fake empathy. They fake empathy like crazy, and supposedly very good listeners. But their purpose of listening is to find out about you, to manipulate you. Man, those were peaceful relationships. Right? Okay, but why do they do this? And sometimes their characteristic is they want validation, because they have problem with empathy, real empathy. All right, they can fake empathy very well, but they cannot have the ability. They do not have the ability to empathize truly with another person, to connect with another person. And then someone actually admitted that it's like they need help with empathy, and I said, okay, all right, but I still fell for it. They need help with connecting with a person, but I still fell for it. Dumbass. Sorry. Me, I'm that guy. All right, the idiot. But all in all, it's his feelings are the only ones that matter. The only one who's valid, and they seek to validate their virility, their manliness, and you know their existence, because they don't feel here nor there, here nor there. The lack of self-identity is unnerving, and what they fear most is uncertainty, and not knowing who you are. If you macam tak bagi jawapan, lagi dia nervous because he doesn't know how to twist you. Yeah, and they are so confident themselves, and they will suck you in. They will suck you in like crazy because of their charm. Yes, one my friend said to me, "Oh, there's this girl. He had feelings for so long. She's so charming. Pergi jumpa mak dia. Came to her house, meet his mom. The mom likes her, but the mom has a feeling. It's like, be careful, okay? She's charming, but there's something is disconnected. Something is not connected. Something is missing. There's something missing there. The mother had a feeling, and the mother was right, and he had to learn it the hard way. Okay, it happens to guys, happens to girls. Okay, so So all in all, they are using you, narcissists. Use, if I recall correctly, they're about 10, 11% of the population, human population. This is the American punya statistics, about 10, 11%, if I recall, 9 to 11%, itulah. About one tenth of American have problem with narcissism. Yeah, it's like this is the American statistics, right? I do have a Malaysian statistics, but generally, let's say 10. Okay, let's just say 10. So be careful. Maybe one out of 10 guys that you've been with or going to meet might have this issue in varying degrees. So this is the red flag. Okay, don't follow narcissists. They're so charming, but look for the red flags. Okay, all right. So hey, someone from Saudi just joined. What's up? What time is it there? All right. So, and how they want to use it? So many ways. It's not always, physical intimacy, but maybe financially. And I know because most of the listeners usually well-to-do career women, and maybe he's there for that to leech on you for that. Okay. And then sometimes, have you a gaslighting? Narcissist punya favorite tool is to gaslight you. Anything, the problem is actually you, not him. And this is your fault. You're the one with the problem. And you're the one who has commitment issues. And the blame is always on you. He needs to be perfect. His self identity is, he lacks self identity, but he knows he needs to be perfect. Yeah, he needs to have that social uh, impression that he is perfect. He can do no wrong. He can do no wrong. Okay, narcissism. This is narcissism, and um, he will gaslight you, saying, implying, or doing things that as though this is your fault. You yang salah. You started this. All right, and it could be usually, you know, not saying politicians. I just said it. All right, but remember, narcissists will never love you as much as they love themselves. Okay, they're just thinking mainly of their own feelings, their own self, their own emotional survivability, and not the other person. And then they will never, almost never, admit mistake, unless if it's a strategic advantage. All right, so they're charming. So be careful. Super, super duper charming. All right. So next one, next red flag, guy or girl kan, dia macam non-monogamous punya, basically just call it non-monogamous. Okay. Basically incapable of monogamy or will pretend to value faithfulness but unable to sustain it. Okay. All right. All right. Oh, so this discussion in the soalan-soalan ta'aruf tu kan, you will always have to ask, what are your thoughts about polygamy and monogamy, kan? And it's tough to actually tell because some people are really great pretenders. Kan? Even psychologists fell for narcissists, right? And bad boys and bad girls. Okay. Mwah. All right. So um, so back to the non-monogamous type of person, and incapable of monogamy or will pretend very well to value faithfulness but unable to sustain it. He may be brought up or may have the perception that view women as objects or have some sort of sex addiction or women as low value. So if men cannot respect you, that's a problem. And he looks at you as an object. So and think monogamy is for boring people. And he may be a player involved with other people, and he might not tell you that he's married. Yeah? I have had friends like that. Charming guys, charming guys. Yeah, but he cannot be faithful to his wife. Uh, Kesian bini dia. I mean, Yeah, I mean, jumpa, man, why are you doing this to your wife? W- Does your wife know? No, no, you just basically check out. You gotta be smart about it. No, no, I'm not even gonna try this. Me, I jawab, kan? This is wrong. This is wrong. It's like dia pura-pura baik depan bini, pijak semut tak mati kind of guy, kan? Super charming. So, um, but usually this bombshell is dropped in front of you after you dah commit. You dah commit, then he drop bombshell. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you, I'm a married man. You're the second one, or you're the other woman. So I'm telling you the red flags. I hope I'm not scaring you too much from marriage. Okay, I'm telling you to what not to go for and telling you what to go for. Okay, so need to you. It's like, oh, turn right, don't turn left. Okay, turn right, don't turn left. Do turn right is the right way. Turn left is you're gonna repeat the same mistake. Okay, so that's why I'm sharing with you, not to scare you. No, can, because I nak you bantu cari jodoh. So I'll tell you what not to go for and what to go for. That's why I'm sharing with you all this. Okay. So usually these non-monogamous guys, girls also, statistically, uh, I better update my statistics. But many women do are unfaithful as well, right? So both men and women are non-monogamous, very good at compartmentalizing and keeping secrets. They have intelligence, yes, they're intelligent people, but this is how they use their intelligence, unfortunately. And good at compartmentalizing and keeping secrets, their own secrets. And you know and then you lah yang nanti terkecundang, terpinga-pinga, and he can keep you off balance with his charm, make you feel desired one moment and ignore you the next. Have you been in those relationship? Okay, if you can relate, I'm sorry for you, right? Um, he's good at compromising, and he has a coldness or aloofness juga about him, and he keeps you off balance, make you terkejar-kejar dia, kan, make you trying to get his validation, make you feel desired one moment, give you love bombs macam, oh, cinta you gila-gila, and then, why did the accent come out? Cinta you gila-gila, and then, and oh, lautan api sanggup ku renangi, and all this jazz. But suddenly ignore you the next, just go missing for a month, and then you pun macam, what's happening? And then you macam, is it your fault? You rasa you bersalah. It's like, and then you macam, what did I do? What did I do wrong? And then you finally jumpa dia after a few months. What did I do? What did I do wrong? It's like, oh, you lah dulu, blah blah blah, blah. Gaslight you, kan? Gaslight you. This is your fault. Okay, all right. So, lah, I'm just a third of the way. Sorry. Working on my timing, I want to. I have so many more points. I'll try to continue. I think we'll continue juga tomorrow night. But let me just continue. All right. So the trouble soul type is who's just basically, you're like, oh, he's just lost his job. I mean, I understand it's tough economy, and or just people lost their job, then or lost someone. And there's a lot of death lately, and this is not their fault, but uh, you may fall prey to this kesiannya dia. You nak sayang dia, you nak cinta dia sebab you kesian. Uh, because he's broken, you have to fix him. Macam bad boy, not all bad boys macam tough, alright? Some bad boys are just bad for you, alright? Remember that, okay? Fine. We are all fragile after we lost a job. We're all fragile after we lost someone. But don't use that. But they may inadvertently, accidentally use that as a lure to lure you in. Is it wrong? Well, depends on what you want. You want someone who is has a weak sense of self, and too needy and dependent, kan? To make him whole, he needs another person. This go both ways lah, laki dan perempuan juga. Okay, his emotions are tied up in other people, leaving little or no room for you. And then you pun macam terkejar-kejar. Oh, where's my life? How about me in your life? Kan? How about me in your life? Sebab dia dah fragile. He's just thinking about himself, his neediness, and his emotional dependency. But his emotions are tied up in others and having little or no room for you. And then you terfikir, how do you prioritize me in your life? Where am I in your life? What are we? And have you asked yourself that? Have you asked yourself that? Where are we? Where are we? Yeah. But his boundary blurring will suck up the energy, the as I said, like energy vampire, kan? Energy and the time that he could be spending with you, kan? He has to work out this dysfunctional dynamics before he is ready to be in for a mature relationship with you. Mature relationship as in commitment, as in marriage, kerana Allah. Alright? Okay. So itu that is the next one is avoider. Memang dia avoid you, making you trying to validate yourself with him more. So he is the type who has feelings for you, but has past bad experiences or bad childhood, or isn't available to commit or show consistency. Does it ring a bell? I get these messages every day. My boyfriend wouldn't commit. Dia tak nak masuk Minang. I get this. This is the most frequent one lah. One of the most frequent one rintihan yang I get and I console every day. Kan? He just doesn't share his feelings. He's evasive. Bila tanya pasal bila nak masuk Minang, dia cakap, nanti lalu. Lepas tu break up. Dia kahwin orang lain. Yeah. So bad boys does not necessarily mean he wears a leather jacket and rides a Harley Davidson. Okay. Bad boys are also someone who's bad for you. So this avoider will frustrate you, and because he's there with you physically, but emotionally he's not there. He's aloof. Kan? He's aloof, and you are macam, hey, are you here? Where are you? Like, aren't we supposed to be connecting? And where want to talk about relationship? You nak masuk Minang ke tak? You sayang I ke tak? These kind of things. All right. So these things are to be avoided, can be avoided with ta'aruf yang halal. So you can supaya you tak salah pilih suami. That's what ta'aruf halal technique is about, kan? It's based on Quran, Sunnah, fiqh perkahwinan, and experience sebagai tukang cari jodoh. That's what I share with you every night, kan? Supaya you tak salah pilih suami. Alright? And regretfully, I say that the more I write my notes, kan, the more I realize that, man, crap, I was a bad boy. I was a bad boy. Because this is a difficult topic for me to discuss because it reflects on my own past and my mistakes. And looking at our mistakes is usually one of the hardest things to do. Can okay, this basically, in a way, confessions of a bad boy. I don't look like a bad boy, okay? but I've done been the bad one in the relationship. All right. And so is there a book called Confessions of a Bad Boy? Maybe I could write that book, like bad boy turned to matchmaker. Regrets, I have so many. Yeah, right now I am this is, it's tough for me to share this because I'm sharing and I'm putting these notes together is tough for me, is because I'm reflecting on my mistakes. I was the a-hole that I'm warning you about. Okay, You know what? One of the pickup lines I used to do was, it's like, hey, I'm the type of guy your mother warned you about. And I was actually that type of guy their mothers warned them about. And it was funny back then, and now reflecting on it as, oh, things 20 years ago, and it's like, that's not right. That's wrong. And yeah, I'm just saying that, this sharing this topic is really tough. Is because it's a lot of self reflection on me, of my past, and I see myself as the avoider. Uh, yeah, I need to repent a lot, minta maaf ke Allah a lot. Like I always share, well, you've made mistakes, all right, okay, minta maaf ke Allah, and maafkan diri sendiri, so, and try to move on with ilmu and tindakan yang Islamic. And that's what I'm doing this to myself also. It's I'm trying to let go of my past by addressing it. And one might think bad boy is a cool, sexy thing, but no, it's actually a lot of regret, and like, and no one who actually tried to show me the right path until it was almost too late. Almost too late. So, so I apologize if this is, I'm digressing. I'm just sharing with you where I'm coming from with this topic. Okay, it's coming from a personal regret, personal experience, and I hope you don't fall for bad boys. And yep, sometimes they don't even know they're bad boys. I didn't know I was doing bad boy things. I didn't know. I thought I was just, having fun. What's that song? Life is full of sweet, sweet things. I like to do some tasting. Was it Boney M? Boney M song. Life is full of sweet, sweet things. I just like to do some tasting. Yeah, that was my philosophy when I was zaman jahil dulu. Okay. Um. So yeah. So that's why I keep saying I ni bukan alim. I'm sharing with you my past experience zaman jahil and how I recovered. I've transformed from that to how I am now. Insyaallah yang berpaksikan Allah. Insyaallah. Okay. And may Allah give me strength for me to face my past self. This is really, really a hard topic for me to discuss. Anyway, it's already 10 o'clock. Saved by the bell. We'll continue tomorrow night. So much more to share. Maybe confessions of a bad boy. I don't look like a bad boy, do I? I hope not. My wife married me. Dia cakap, oh, she said I look like, why she chose me in the matchmaking event. Dia cakap, I asked her after a few years. She said, hey, asal you pilih I at the matchmaking event, where we, met up and got married. Yeah, and she just got, oh, I look like someone reliable and nerdy. It's like, I'm offended. What? Me? Nerdy? Yes, I am also nerdy. I'm a Star Trek fan. Nerdy enough. Um, Reliable? I try my best to be most reliable. Okay? It's like, that was her impression of me. So don't be fooled by the nerds. Okay, don't be fooled by the nerds. Okay, they could be bad boys or bad for you. Whatever is bad for you, stay away from it. Okay. um uh yeah, a lot of regrets. Eh, all right, so I just got a message to change diapers again. All right, so c'est la vie. And kita sambung tomorrow night, inshallah. Okay. All right, so maybe the topic is confessions of a bad boy from this nerdy face. All right. Thank you for joining. Yeah, yeah, facing my old mistakes is really hard. It's as for all of us, but Yeah, remember that truth is the way. It frees us. It shows us the way, and yeah. Okay. All right. So, truth is the way. All right. This is the truth. I have to face the truth myself, onto myself, look at myself in the mirror. Uh, yeah, it's hard, but it's your fault, Zuri. You did it. Learn. That was the truth. Learn from it. Okay. All right. So, enough about me. So, tomorrow night, more warnings of bad boys, right? Confessions of a bad boy from this nerdy face. Okay. All right. So see you tomorrow night. Homework adalah still send me, still the same one, right? List red flags in your past relationships. I hope my ex girlfriends don't message me. Oh my god. Uh, okay, this is this is your homework. List red flags in your past relationship so that you can avoid future ones. If you're not comfortable, if it takes you into a dark path, don't do it. But if you believe this is by facing the truth and make you stronger, then do it. Okay, insyaAllah. Okay, so that's your homework. And seperti biasa, adat kita sebelum kita undur diri, kita doa. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ya Allah, aku minta pasangan yang menjadi menantu yang baik kepada ibu bapaku, yang disayangimu untuk mendapat keredhaanmu berganding bahu bersama kejanahmu, Ya Allah. Amin. Okay, so I have a lot of self-reflection to do. It's really... Anyway, it's tough. It's tough. But, I have to face my truths. Old demons. Is that the right word? I think it's the wrong word. But I have to face it. I did it. All right. Okay. Minta diri. Okay. Thank you so very much for joining. Jumpa balik malam esok insyaAllah. Confessions of a Bad Boy. I'll decide on the topic. But around that. Okay. Okay. Bye. Assalamualaikum.